It's Atlo Clark. I got cut off in my last video. We're talking about flat earth, round earth, space or not space. Have we been to space or have we not been to space? UFOs, conspiracies, and all that such. Now, what I know is that here's the other thing I was getting around to thinking and sharing with others before I got cut off unintentionally on my last video. This is the driving force. Let's not say which one's true or not true, okay? But let's just think for a second about, let's think about both of them, but let's think about what could be the tool behind flat earth. Well, what it is you need more people to get, to start believing in one or the other more. So you got to have an opposing side. When you have the opposition, when you guys are learning about this controlled opposition, it works in a lot of different levels, in a lot of different areas. Government, politics, religion, science, what we understand about the natural universe, okay? So, what you need is an opposer, because if you want someone to believe strongly in UFOs and space in one way, you've got to have an opposite, an opposer, a Satan. You've got to have a Satan in the situation, an enemy, an adversary, someone that's against you, okay? Because what this does is drive up the other faith system, and it drives up each one. See, they support each other, okay? It's just like Jesse Jackson, and if there's not racial shit going on, he's got no job. And Al Sharpton and these kind of fakes, and all these other white fake leaders, they got no business there. If there's no racial shit being stirred up, then they don't have any business. See, if they bring true peace among their people, then they're out. They have no way to make money, and they don't have a way to control people and get away with the shit they do and live the nice lives they do live. Off of us, off of our race, off the black race, and off of all the fucking stupid anti-whites and all the dumb pro-blacks that don't understand the situation they're in. And all the others in between, okay? This is for everybody. So, what I was saying was, they want to get an opposing side, so you forces people further into the faith system, that it will embed further into your mind. Yes, there has to be. You'll fight more for your outer space and your aliens and UFOs if you believe in that more than you do a flat earth idea or that we've never been to space. It's going to push you, it's an opposer, and it pushes away. You've got a positive and a negative. They're supposed to attract, right? But if you have two positives and two people saying we're right, well, two wrongs don't make a right. Okay, so, and two rights don't make a wrong, do they? I mean, yeah, it's the same way, backwards and forwards, right? So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is kind of clear, is that you've got to have this opposing flat earth side. In my opinion, of what could be going on is it's just, now whoever's right or wrong doesn't matter. That's not what I'm here to say. What I'm here to say is they are pushing one or the other to further you into, okay, you guys are wrong, you're completely wrong about flat earth, we've been to space, you guys are insane, and it pushes you further into believing that there is UFOs, that there is people that have gone to space, that there is extraterrestrials, that there is people from other planets, or if you think they're from other dimensions, whatever. Or if you think we're just stuck in a little fish bowl, like, flat earth dome, fish bowl, like Pink Floyd and all these people hint around to, Red Hot Chili Peppers and all this shit, and Russian vids, appreciate your videos, they're intriguing, your occult symbologies and numerologies is pretty intriguing, but I don't wrap around the science, but that's okay. Right now, the point is to get people to think about the push on both sides to further people division, so that way you got some people really believing strongly one way, or strong beliefs another way, and that way the flat earth can help drive people to believing more into space, round earth, extraterrestrials, so they can pull off this big worldwide hoax. So they can control us and unite us all into a fake battle And they got a lot of different ways to do this. I'll explain this in other videos, but you know, there's lots of different machinations and schemes going on to control you. It's subtle. See, mind control is not like they flip a switch and I am a robot, I will do everything you say. It's subtle. And they make the person believe they're deciding the right thing. It's a very strong influence, basically. It's a very, very strong influence over your decision making. It basically, you know, it helps to influences. It influences. You make your own decisions, but they influence your decision from the get-go. So you think that your decision is sound and right, but it's because they played this A-B Hegelian dialectics, okay? And they've made up all the choices, and they're giving you all the wrong answers. So I just wanted to get back on that, and I thought, you know, maybe we should point out the fact that whoever's right or wrong on each side of the debate or in the between, the thing to point out is flat Earth is being used, can be used, even if it's a small group that's really there. The military or whoever, the government, may want to make it look bigger than it is and poof it up a little bit so they can get people to go either the extraterrestrial route or the route of flat Earth, and that we're in a fishbowl and there's water above us, and that's what the sky is, and there's an invisible field, you know, dividing it. But my question is, if that's a flat Earth situation, what the hell are the stars? Where are they? Where are they? 10 miles up in the air? 20 miles up in the air? What? You gotta be kidding me. Okay? Someone explain the stars then. What are they and how are they positioned and where are they exactly at? And what is their function? That's what the Bible says. Someone's got to show some little scientific background on this, okay? No one's explained this yet about the stars from the Flat Earth movement. So, any of you Flat Earth people, please subscribe. Try to convince me. I'll listen to your arguments. I don't discredit anyone that wants to show some occult symbology to try to prove things. Like I said, Russian Vids has pretty good occult symbology that's convincing. But the science, I still have to wrap my head around, try to figure out what they're trying to say. I believe they're convinced that they're telling the truth. I just don't know. I haven't seen enough scientific evidence for me to understand it. But that's all right, because that's, like I said, that's not what I really started this video for. It's to show people that in every area they're setting up this AB Hegelian dialectic shit. Okay, and the choices are really, they're just phony because they want to keep it occult. So really the answer is C. You know, they have a C answer, they don't tell you. They only offer A and B so they can keep you divided and keep you stupid. Okay, and then they know what you're thinking, what area, the major populations, what everyone thinks. They get to use all this internet tools to spy on us. And all the YouTube and all the information from YouTube to, you know, data gathering is what they're doing. And they're record keeping, data gathering, and they're looking at public opinion, and they're changing things around based on public opinion. And public opinion is just going crazy. People are changing their minds left and right about the way they're thinking, what's going on in the world. People are waking up, but they don't know which way to look. They are waking up to something, but they just don't know what they're looking at. Is like little babies with like eyes that they just woke up, they're not very clear, and they don't have all full color yet, and everything's a haze, and they're just like hypnotized in a daze because they're awake, but they don't know what to think now because the whole world it's a whole new world to them. I know that feeling. It's very it's jarring, and it's very scary, and it's very uncomfortable. It will go away, and after time, if you fill it with the right kind of information, that void will fill up with understanding, and it'll fill up with it will fill up that void with freedom and newer understanding, and the choice that, guess what, at least knowing what was wrong is the right step. in the right direction. Okay, step in the right direction, because just waking up, if you're just waking up from things, it can be, like I said, very jarring. And then you don't know what to trust and what to really believe. But, stick to what you can find to be true, and try to let go of some of these things that it's hard. But once you wake up, a lot of people, once you wake up, you can't really look back. If you do, you're trying to fool yourself, and just doesn't work. It's like Einstein said, it's insanity. Insanity is when you repeat the same thing over and over, and each time you expect a different experience. You expect something different to happen. You're expecting something new, but it's just the same thing over and over. It don't change. So, alright, it's at Love Clark, and I'll be watching Russian vids because I'm interested in the occult symbology. It's got me enough that far intrigued. So, and then some of the science about the disc, flat Earth disc, some of that starts to make sense when I think about it, the way that maybe they can try to tell us this is going in that direction. But I need someone to almost basically sit down, and we need to have someone sit down and look at a map and actually like an elementary school teacher and start teaching it. You've got to teach some of these people at elementary level. The reason why is because if I have to start thinking the way the flat earthers are thinking, then I have to erase and eliminate everything I've been taught in school and since I was a child. When you start to do that, guess people can't think outside the box. You understand? So you got to start. If you're going to start teaching flat Earth, I suggest someone, or if not Russian vids, someone that has more time that can break it down at elementary level. Start people off at an elementary level, because you can't go to Russian vids level if you haven't been exploring flat Earth and watching enough of the videos or something. You can't jump to that level without any understanding. You guys out there that know it, please listen to what I'm saying for the sake of your movement or your argument. You've got to start these people on a elementary level, okay? Since you've broken down, what you're doing is you're breaking down the foundations that they started from, with their understanding of the universe and the cosmic universe and all that stuff, okay? The natural universe, okay? So if you're doing that to people, you can't just jump them from their high school or their junior high or even their elementary level or even their college level. You can't jump them from any level to the level that you guys are already on the higher level of the understanding of flat earth theories, unless you start back at an elementary level, because you're all eliminating everything we've been taught. So basically, my suggestion is, if you got someone, Russian vids, that you trust or that you know has enough information to cooperate with you, maybe start this on elementary school level and actually be like, you've got to, I know it takes a lot of patience, okay, to teach elementary school kids. I got my own kids and I teach them. But, you've got to start people out, and my suggestion is start them on the elementary level, because when you're shattering all the myths and you're breaking everything down, and people have no more base of foundation, you've got to start them you've got to start teaching what you're trying to show on the lowest level up. For some people like me, I just don't get some of this stuff, and that's one reason why. That's one damn reason why. Because when I try to think of it, if it's brainwashing that it's not true and round Earth and all that, my mind cannot comprehend it at this moment, because it's brainwashed. If it is brainwashed, and that has to be some very thorough brainwashing. Yeah, my mind is filled up with the understanding of round Earth. I cannot conceive any other way. So, because it's so complicated and so deep embedded in our mind, our understanding, that I just can't see it. Okay, that's what I'm understanding. So that's why I'm trying to beg you, Russian vids and other people that are really about you really believe your flat Earth theories. Why don't you start people on an elementary level? Try to make a lower level class, or try to get someone that's involved with you, that you like or you trust, that you share with a lot, that knows a lot, as much as you maybe, to maybe take the time and patience, and we really appreciate it if you guys started to break this down on the lowest level possible, because you got, like I said, if you're breaking everyone's knowledge down and you're erasing everything we knew about, you've got to start us on the lowest levels. You can't expect us to jump right onto your level of understanding from our old level. When you break down buildings, guess what? You start at ground zero, right? When you build a new building, you start with a foundation. You don't see, and then you work your way up. So you got to build up foundations, and then you got to work up to build a new building and understanding. And you also have to build on solid ground. You can't build on that sand. So, like I said, maybe if you guys got a little more of the science down for people, and you started on an elementary level, for those that want to know more, like me, but can't wrap their head around it, haven't done enough of the research, maybe you can start us on an elementary level to work us up, so we can understand the way you do. Because I have a hard time, and I'd like to learn more. If this is true, I want to decide for myself, but I want the best people that really believe this to teach it. I don't want government agents. I won't want phonies. I want people that really believe it, and I do believe Russian Vids does believe this stuff, because I can hear the passion in his voice. I can recognize bullshit. I can feel it. I know he has a passion for it, because the way he speaks, the way he goes into all these explanations and all this evidence. People would not go through all this stuff just for some. I just don't believe it out of this guy. Maybe someone else, for some reason, I just don't believe it. And I'm not pushing flat earth for anyone out there. All I'm saying is for people to think that, listen, maybe you can consider something, and remember that, look at all the stuff they've already lied to us about. Illuminati and Freemasons, okay? Cain and his family and the Nephilim, okay? What have they done? They've always lied. They've been liars from the beginning. Why does people not wrap this around their head? That if they can lie to you about a lot of other shit, they can lie to you about space. They can lie to you about round earth. If, it's like, okay, and the Catholic Church is the one responsible for a lot of this. The reason why is because they're the ones that fought for flat earth for a long time and opposed the round earth. And then whenever they decided to jump on round earth, guess what they did with the flat earth books? Yeah, they burned them up. They burned them all up. So, it's really interesting subjects. Kind of like Hollow Earth. I like Hollow Earth subjects, although it's intriguing. I just don't buy all of it. I still kind of like some of the ideas, and I think that there's something there. It's just not everything they're saying it is, just like Flat Earth. I think there might be a combination going on. People don't understand. Maybe we're not fully aware. It's also very intriguing, though, the symbology. Like I said, I don't believe a Russian Vids. I can tell in his voice that his passion for this, he really believes this. So because of this, and because of the evidence he's presented, it's the only one that kept me intrigued enough to say, hey, maybe there's something here. The Star Wars symbology, the Astrodome. I've lived in Houston, Texas. I know. I had a grandfather that worked in the Army Air Force Division Army back in the 40s and 50s and 60s, building the rockets that went to space at Vandenberg Air Force Base, and was Houston for a minute, and down at the Everglades of Florida, down there, they have that space launching base down there. I forgot the name of that one down there, but anyway, you guys know which one. It's in Florida, Everglades. But Vandenberg is mostly where he worked, and he had a lot of secrets, and he died with them. I'm sure he did. He told us stuff that was secret, but it was stuff that was only declassified before he told us. So he said whenever he was in the military, this was secret, like liquid nitrogen. They were experimenting with it. It was a new thing they had discovered and had showed to the military, and they were developing it. But at the time, it was top secret, you know. But when, you know, the 80s and 90s rolled around, it was something he could share with us. So he told us, you know, back in my day, you know, when I was in the military, they had liquid nitrogen, and it was secret, top secret. Anyway, so I'm going to get off here on that note and just remind people that you could have a, you know, just push for further division of Hegelian dialectics, because it's happening with our race right now. They're pushing dividing races. They're pushing dividing religions. They're pushing dividing politics. They're pushing dividing our understanding of the natural laws of the universe. They want people in a state of chaos so they can reset the